Second guest of the day is the Las Vegas Bowl director, John Saccenti. Welcome to Studio B, John.
Thank you. What are you guys doing to me, though? Having me follow the gymmer. That's tough role right there.
He opened up for you.
Yeah.
You're the headliner.
Yeah, okay,
here.
thanks.
Well, you brought a special guest.
That's the only way I'm topping the gymmer right now is I got a special guest with me.
Hey, man, what's up?
Come on, buddy.
Okay.
Come on, buddy.
Elvis.
Elvis is
our first
on the
Elvis. That's the most low-cut shirt a man has worn on this set ever.
You asked for it, pal.
Spencer actually did, but yeah.
It's an all-time. This is already an all-time show in BYU Sports Nation history.
It's good to be here with you.
That was a nice performance at halftime of the basketball game, by the way.
That was a thrill,
night.
man. It was a packed crowd, like 20,000 people. That was awesome. Like the old days back in the 70s.
I love it.
I'm traveling with him the entire time. Through the airport, through hotels. This is first class.
Hey, man.
That's legit.
John wants to be Elvis so bad.
I can't fit in the suit, though. We tried to switch roles.
Let's have Elvis sign the flag.
Yeah.
Let's do that right now.
Elvis, will you sign the BYU Sports Nation stretch white flag right behind you?
That right there?
Okay,
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, man,
Thank
sure.
you for being here. The man is in the building.
Someone's going to come in and see Elvis on that flag and be like, wow.
Well, now, while he is signing that, let's get to the questions with John. When did you know, when did you think, okay, BYU and Utah might actually be a reality?
Well, BYU, we obviously we came to a decision fairly early. We were going to wait until Selection Sunday to actually pick BYU. The ball started rolling pretty quickly, and then our staff just felt we needed to get a head start on all the logistics. We have such a tight turnaround from Selection Sunday to when the teams arrive that even 4 days early makes all the difference in the world. The Utah thing went right up until the very last minute. We were on the phone with USC, Washington State, the Holiday Bowl, the Sun Bowl the night before. I was talking to USC and the Holiday Bowl folks from San Francisco at the championship to try to figure out what was going to happen. The next morning, we even talked on the phone. We did not really know until probably about 3 or 4 hours before Selection Sunday that it was going to be Utah. We thought there was a chance. We knew they were going to be in the window, but we had to wait to see how a few things played out. And, I mean, we scored. We're thrilled.
Oh, yeah, and BYU fans love it. Utah, not as much, but fans, they're excited about it, but not as excited.
Why would you say that?
Because it's Utah. When you look at the Pac-12 championship game, what role did that play in this matchup?
It turned out that it didn't play a role, and that's what everybody was kind of waiting for. The Holiday Bowl, for the last few weeks, they thought they were going to go Washington State. When USC beat their rival, got a little bit hot at the end. Then it looked like Wisconsin was going to be in the Holiday Bowl. The Holiday Bowl committee kind of shifted their focus and their thoughts a little bit, and now we're focused on USC. But they wanted to see how that game played out. They thought if it was a blowout, they may look back to Washington State. It was a 20-point game, but if you dive into the game a little bit more, you realize it was a little bit closer than it appeared, and so they stuck with USC.
John Saccenti, Las Vegas Bowl director, with us on BYU Sports Nation. This game has been dubbed
Elvis.
He's
still here. He's hanging out. He's hanging out.
Still in the show, man. Okay. Because it's a regional rivalry, how much of a concern was that? Because the bowl games kind of seek out nationally appealing games. So how much of a concern was that for you?
It was a huge concern, and it was a big topic of conversation. Our committee went back and forth. Is it too regional? Is it too Utah? This is not going to translate to the rest of the country. People don't know about this rivalry. People don't understand it. And it was a huge concern. But since we've made this selection, that has been thrown out the window. USA Today ranked us as the #1 game to watch outside the college football playoff semifinals. ESPN.com's got us in the top 5. Yahoo Sports has us in the top 10. CBS Sports has it. So all these national publications that cover college football throughout the year, they're putting this in as their game to watch. And part of it is, you have 2 9-3 teams, great matchup, but it's the unique nature of this of this game. You don't usually see 2 rivals that have been playing for 100 years, 100+ years, that are it's such an intense rivalry. You don't usually see it in a bowl game. I think everybody's kind of curious to see how this is going to play out, and they haven't played in 2 years.
Yeah, and
so
it falls
who knows?
During the 2-year hiatus. What are the chances?
we're really good at what we do, guys. This is all planned out.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting how it all shook out because Washington State, I think, ended up being a more attractive team than people thought because they got to a bowl and the fan base is excited and Leach. And so then Utah starts to crystallize. What did you notice and what was your reaction to the reaction of potentially BYU-Utah? Because that was explosive among the fan bases.
Well, we knew that we'd sell tickets very quickly. We knew that, we were going to have a very unique game that was unlike anything we've ever had before. The big concern was, is it too regional? Is it too, we have two teams from the same state. Is that going to be a problem? And you know what? We just, I had to see it firsthand. We talked to both schools and they said, until you've been involved in this rivalry, you don't understand this rivalry. And I'm in a Mountain West market, so I've seen the BYU matchup with Utah quite a bit. But they're right. Until you're in the middle of it and you're part of it, you have no idea how intense this thing is. This is one of our old games right there with the candy cane stripes. I love it. That's old school Las Vegas Bowl right there.
Well,
we ditched those. Those don't exist anymore.
Yeah, the new school Vegas Bowl has new turf, and it looks fantastic. John Saccenti, the Las Vegas Bowl director, with us on BYU Sports Nation. You mentioned the sellout. Is this the fastest that the game has ever sold out?
To my knowledge, I think we used to select a week earlier, so I think we sold out as far as the calendar goes a little bit earlier. But we've never been sold out on Selection Sunday. It was crazy. We could not stop the phones from ringing. From the time we picked BYU to the time we picked Utah, it was once we selected Utah, it put us right over the edge. Believe it or not, we actually had tickets available. I know the Utah fans don't necessarily believe that, but there were tickets available when we selected them, and then they started buying up the rest of them. So it was a matter of minutes after we selected both teams.
And I saw capacity of 35,500, and then are there 3,000 added seats? To bump it up to 38,500.
Yeah. So UNLV configures their stadium just a little bit differently. They don't necessarily toy with that 35,000 number very often. So they don't open up the 300 levels, which is a bleacher section. We put in an on-field VIP suite, similar to what you see at a big-time golf event. It's a covered VIP suite that covers up the whole open end of the stadium, and then we have some special club areas. We count the suites, so we get up to about 38 and change. We've toyed with the idea of maybe a GA seat, a standing room only seat. I have a funny feeling we're not even going to have any of those. So I don't know if we're even going to make it down that road either. But
we are going to be in Las Vegas as of Tuesday night. We're going to be doing BYU Sports Nation live from the Hard Rock Hotel on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then at Sam Boyd Stadium on Saturday. But we're going to be around the bowl pre-build-up activities. Which activity is like a must-attend for us and fans of this game?
Well, I still love our we've been doing it for so long, but it never gets old in my opinion, is down in Fremont Street. When we take the teams down there and we kind of feed them out back, we're entertaining them on the stage, but then we're running their season-long highlight videos on the giant Viva Vision.
Yeah.
It's the largest video screen in the world, and you're seeing these players.
Sorry, what?
The what?
It's the largest video screen in the world?
Yes. When it's the size of 10 football fields.
Wait, I didn't know this.
You have not experienced this?
I haven't seen the largest video screen in the world.
You have not done Vegas right.
Can we watch Star Wars on that next Thursday night, dude? We're 1 week away, dude.
We can certainly ask. We have to watch an old one. I don't think we're going to get the new one.
That's fine. That's fine.
They'll do anything we want.
Wow.
But that's a good one. The other one I would say for you guys, if you haven't been on the new high roller yet, our new observation wheel, 550 feet in the air. You see Vegas from a totally different perspective. See all of the Vegas Valley. It's pretty cool. Those pods are fun.
It's legit.
And then our Cirque du Soleil show, can't miss with Zarkana. That's always fun. The players are going to get to see a world class show on the Vegas Strip. So we have pretty. I'll put our bowl week up against anybody's in the country, and that includes the big boys, the Sugar.
You're not going to mess with Vegas.
I'm telling you, we got a great staff, but we got a great city to play with too. So we do it right.
Can't wait.
What is the most gratifying part about being a bowl director? I know you told us last time you talked, being finished, being done.
Yeah. Honestly, the most gratifying, my favorite part of the entire year is it's fun when the players arrive, and that's kind of fun, and we officially kick off bowl week. My favorite time is pregame. We have our entire crew. We're all at the 50-yard line. The national anthem's about to start. The hype video starts. The pyro goes off, and then we get our flyover from our 2 F-15 pilots or jets. Once that happens, and pre-game's kind of done, and we walk out to center, that's kind of my favorite part. That's when I get goosebumps still. 14 years later, I still get goosebumps at that moment. And once the game's kicked off, it's a complete blur to me. But that's kind of my favorate point.
John, great to have you with us. Keep your phone charged up.
Ready to go. I got 3 portable chargers with me. I'm good to go.
3.
3.
Great to have you with us,
nonstop,
man.
man.
We'll see you in Las Vegas.
Thanks for all you guys do, and I love how you're rolling out the red carpet in Vegas. Hard Rock will take great care of you. Stadium will take great care of you. So we appreciate all you're doing.
John
Thanks,
Saccenti leaving his mark in Studio B. We'll leave it at that. With the generous support of the Cougar Club, by the way, BYU's 623 student athletes are role models, leaders, graduates, and champions. Be willing to help them
Elvis,
succeed
baby.
with your donation. And welcome to the club.
He's still
Where do we go after that?
Wait, how does Elvis stretch in those
He's
pants?
also
That's the
He'll
real
teach
question.
you-
He'll teach you that move.
Hey,
We
okay.
got time.
He
We
will
got
teach
a
you that
2.5-minute
move.
break.
You can teach us that?
He will teach you. He taught the players that one last night.
Woo!
Thank you very
Vegas
much.
done right on BYU Sports Nation.